Do you want to set up Google Analytics so you can see how many people are visiting your website, where they're coming from, what they like or dislike on your site, and more? You've come to the right place. Today, I'll show you the 3 main steps for getting this done. Firstly, we'll create a Google Analytics account. Secondly, we'll use a plugin to connect Google Analytics to your website. And lastly, we'll get a basic understanding of how to read data from Google Analytics. Now, for using a plugin, I'll show you two options. A free plugin by Google itself called Google Sitekit, and a popular paid plugin called monsterinsights. Why both? Because Sitekit is free and easy to set up, but it has only the most basic data. And if you want a little bit more detail, it redirects you to the main Google Analytics dashboard, which is tough to use for beginners. That's where monsterinsights comes in. It's a paid tool that has a lot of details and data points, but you can find it easily within the plugin, and you don't need to use the Google Analytics dashboard. My name is Julian and I'm from BlogVault, which helps over 1 million sites with guaranteed backups. Let's start the video. To create your Google Analytics account, let's go here, then type Google Analytics and press enter. Now click the first link and it will take you to this page. Then click here to create an account for free. And now you need to enter an account name. This is generally your main business name and not your website name, because we will enter the website name later. So after adding an account name, scroll down to the data sharing settings. We can keep them as they are and click next. Property name here refers to your website name, so you can add that here. And the time zone of where you live and the currency that you prefer. Then click advanced property and enable universal property. Then check whether your website has HTTPS or HTTP by checking your URL. Then select that and add your URL here. Then make sure that this is checked so you can create both universal property and Google Analytics 4 property. Basically, having both will help us capture more data later on. Then click next and give information about your business, which will help us in benchmarking things later on. Then we get the terms and conditions, click accept, and our account has been set up. We may need to come back to this page, so keep this window open and open another window now for the rest of the tutorial. Our next step is to connect our website to this Google Analytics dashboard, for which we need to install a plugin on our website. So go to the WordPress dashboard and then the plugin library to find a plugin called Sitekit by Google. Let's install and activate this, then click Start Setup, which will take you to this page. Now click Sign In and then sign in to your Google account. Then click Allow and then Proceed. Now click on Go to My Dashboard. Alright, now the plugin is set up and it's time for us to connect this plugin to our Google Analytics. So click on Connect Service and you'll see the same account information that we added before while we were setting up our Google Analytics. Now we need to click Configure, and that's it. Our Google Analytics is now connected to our website, which means it will start tracking our website data. Google can take some time to start capturing data, so after a couple of days, let's open our WordPress dashboard, click Sitekit. I'll quickly give you an idea about these metrics. The first number refers to the number of users who have visited your site in the last 28 days. And here, you can see the graph of those users for each day of the month. Now, here, you can see the pages on your site which are getting the most number of views. Next, you can see how people are coming to your site and their different traffic sources. Direct are the users who visit your site directly by typing your website URL. Organic refers to the users who come to your site after searching on search engines like Google. These are the different sources of traffic, and here you can see the percentage of each source. The data is quite limited, so you can click here to see the full data in the Google Analytics dashboard. Now, let's come back to our dashboard. Another feature of Sitekit is being able to track performance on Google search. We can click on Search Console and you can see the number of times people have clicked on your site, then the number of times your website has appeared on Google search results, which is helpful to track how effective your blog and content has been in getting you an audience. Then here's a percentage to show how many people out of 100 clicked on your site when they saw it, which is helpful to track how effective your headlines and copy has been, and the average position that your site appears for all search terms that you rank for. And you can see those main search terms below here. You can click here to see the full stats inside Google Analytics. So, as you can see, if you want very basic information, this free tool does the trick. But if you want a little bit more detail or more data points, this tool will just redirect you to the main Google Analytics dashboard, which can be difficult for beginners to use. If you want more detail and data points in an easier way, keep watching as I'll show you how to use the popular plugin monsterinsights. First, let's go back and disconnect and uninstall Sitekit. Now, in the plugin library, I can find and activate monsterinsights. We'll be using their free version right now, but we can upgrade to Pro for better features. Let's go ahead and click install now. Then wait to activate the plugin. Then you'll see a setup wizard pop up and you can answer these questions to get the best setup for your site. We'll select publisher and then click save and continue. Then connect to a Google Analytics account. Sign in, give permissions, and now we can add the website here to complete the connection. Then it will bring us back here and it will automatically set up some recommended setups like events tracking, which tracks all kinds of link clicks, and link attribution, which improves overall analytics. And there's a few other options here that you can play with if they are relevant to your site. Then you can say yes to both these so Monster Insights can automatically update every time. Then we'll just click save and now we're all set up and we will exit the wizard. Now we need to set up dual tracking here. So we want to go back to the Google Analytics page that we had opened earlier and we're looking for a dual tracking number that starts with G, which we'll copy and paste back in the dashboard here. Now we'll wait for at least 24 hours for Google to start sending data properly and then we can come over to the report. You'll see your sessions, your page views, your bounce rate, average session duration, device breakdown and more. You can also see returning visitors, top countries and lots of other helpful data. Comment below if you need any help. Subscribe for more helpful videos and here's another video I thought you'd really like.